Hello, lovely people of the internet. I'm Jamie. Let's hang out and watch episode 16 of Free Run Long Lived Friends. I'm glad you are here today, and I'm trying to think. Long lived friends. So, what could that mean? That could mean, I don't know, friends that have long lives that we've known in the past, or friends that were in our past and it has been a long time. I guess that's kind of the same thing, but yeah. Well, I guess it could just mean friends that we haven't seen for a long time, whether they are corporeal or not. Are they still in their physical form or not? Because we're definitely not getting to heaven right now, I don't think. In the last episode, we got some action as well as some humor and sweet moments and a little bit of growth and maturity when it came to Stark. I really liked seeing Zine in action, as well as the teamwork that he and Freerun had. In a way, there was elements of teamwork when it came to Stark and Fern as well. But with the title being what it is, curious to see where we end up going and who we end up meeting. And if anyone else is gonna somehow join our party. I don't think they will, but you never know. As for the outfit, it is winter. It has been winter. We're supposed to get a really bad snowstorm in a couple days, and so I'm just like, hey, give me some summer vibes, give me some bright colors. We all know I like them, and I just wanted to kind of uplift a bit of my day as well. Hopefully uplifted yours. No big updates other than I got another blue screen, sadly, but apparently my memory's fine. I think my RAM's fine. I'm just assuming it has to do with like a Windows update, even though I haven't updated in like a few months. At least no big update. But yeah, so I'm not quite sure what's going on. It makes me a little bit nervous, even if it could just all of a sudden happen while I'm recording or doing other important things. But yeah, that's how it is right now. Stress levels were still kind of there, a little bit less than last week. But I can anticipate that next week might be a little stressful, but I'm hopefully going to be able to have more uploads to YouTube soon, getting back to Pluribus, because we left off on a cliffhanger there. And then once Pluribus is done, I'm going to be focusing on maybe one shorter show, whether that's anime or live action, maybe both, we'll see. And a movie, hopefully bi-weekly. So we will see how that all goes, but I'm really excited to put out more content and catch up with what's been going on in Pluribus. So let's get our housekeeping done so we can get right into the episode. This video is for commentary and discussion purposes. All rights belong to the original creators, so please support the official release. And if you'd like to watch the full-length reactions, they are up on Patreon, as well as Stranger Things Season 5. Sadly, I don't have any other reactions to the seasons because I just watched them as they came out before I had a channel. But I do have Season 5 up on there starting, and it is going to be up every Thursday. And I think that's already set, already scheduled for at least the next 4 or 5 weeks. And I'll get more up there soon. As well as trying to catch up on the Patreon exclusive, which I guess Stranger Things is too, but the official Patreon exclusive series of Nobody Wants This, which will eventually be coming to YouTube. Alright, grab a snack, get settled in, and let's watch more Free Run. Nice shadowing. And sound. Ah, younger Zine. And the friend. Mage. Is it Free Run? Long lived friends? Oh. I mean, she didn't remember him, or at least didn't indicate that, so very deliberate walk. Gorgeous vocalizations. I love it. Reminds me of Lord of the Rings, of course. Very relaxing. Well, again, we know how close they were. I wonder if that would be comfortable. That was a very good opening. Very grounded. Kind of felt deeper than what it seemed. Clar. Head norther and norther.
本当に強い戦士なのか？
400年近く村を守ってきたと。寿命ってどのくらいでしたっけ？
Great question.
100年くらいだな。
Wow.
オルジーって言ってね。
There we go. Right off the bat. Old man Vol.
死ぬ前にゆっくり話がしたくてね。
シャレになってねえぞそれ。
Hmm.
フリーレン様と昔の話ができるような人って、
Yeah.
たまにはこんな寄り道があってもいいかもしれません。
She seems very content.
年くらい滞在しちゃおうかしら。
Hmm.
1週間までですよ。
She loves to push friends' buttons. Aww. They're just chatting it away. And that looks like a dwarf to me.
オルジー、
Old man Vol.
歴戦の老戦士って感じでかっこいいでしょ。
老戦士ってレベルか？
Oh my gosh. I mean, maybe.
はて、誰だったかな。
Could be like Boomy though.
ヨボヨボじゃねえか。
He's just
いい
messing
連
with
だ
you.
よ。
そうだったな。
Old guys in anime love to mess around.
Huh?
Yeah, don't be talking shit.
戦闘での死因の多くは油断だ。魔族に
See, hiding your mana is no different, in a way.
戦した戦士でも防御を意識できなければ。
It's true.
わしが剣を抜いていたら足を失っていたぞ。
Where's your training, Stark? Kidding.
フリーレン、歓迎
I
す
wonder
る。
if she respects or doesn't
ゆっ
respect
くり
that.
していってくれ。
That's
待って
nice.
フリーレン。
You can get up. No.
ついでに稽古つけてもらいな。
That's fun. Right.
じいさんだな。
Just resign to what he's told. Wonder if Fern's gonna get to eat more food. I was very confused for a split second, but I figured magic was involved. And very tidy magic. Wow.
依頼を引き受けてくれる人がいなかったから助かったよ。フォルじいさんに友人がいたとはな。
Wow, really?
話しているのは初めて見たよ。 したじいさんだ。普段は会話すらままならない。守り神みたいなもんさ。
It'd be nice if every town could have a mage and a warrior, etc. Also, Stark is just always having to practice that one move, it seems. But no, he's doing the boulder thing. Okay. Damn. Was that steak? Did you get more steak? Hard-working guy. What is that little creature? Is that like a bear or something? They're just chatting away. And she seems genuinely happy.
1週間はあっという間だね。
It really does. 2 weeks can be like a bit of a stretch sometimes, but I'd rather 2 weeks than 1.
そこそこ良くなった。
そう。
They're very adaptable and flexible. Cognitively.
とても感謝しているんだよ。フォルジーは私がヒンメルたち。
Curious.
なんでこの村を守っているんだ？
昔の話だ。
It would be.
そんなこと。
人はどうでもいいことに命をかけない。
わ
You
し
wouldn't be
は
doing it.
の愛した村を守っているだけ。人間だった。
Yeah, I figured.
昔に交わした約束を果たしている一寸院。
Great coloring there to express the feelings.
どうせあの人の顔も声も
眼差しも伝わらん。わしだけの思い出だ。滑稽な話だろう。わしはずっと死者との約束を守っている。
In our own ways.
あなたが約束を守ってくれていることを嬉しく思っているはずだ。
And especially if heaven's apparently real.
平和な時代が訪れるのをわしの妻も望んでいた。
Nothing wrong with a simple life.
勇者の記憶もわしが未来に連れて行ってやろ
う。話したけれども、そこまでしてもらう必要はないかな。僕のたちの記憶は彼女が未来に連れて行ってくれる。そうだろ？
If anyone's ever seen Coco, that's kind of coming to mind a little bit.
後でフリーレンに僕が編み出したイケメンポーズ集を見せないとな。
Of course.
記憶の無駄遣いだ。
Apparently it's a core one.
覚えているか？
当たり前でしょ。を知ろうとしたきっかけだよ。
I mean...
と思ったきっかけと同じで大切なことだ。
Doesn't mean it's love of a certain type.
かけか。わしは
Doesn't need to be deep.
それでもわしは大切な何かの
I see.
ついに魔王を倒しに行くのか。
平
和な時代が訪れるといいな。
That must be... Is he playing with us? I don't know. Or is...
魔王はもう
She gonna just go with it?
どうした？
ホルジーの記憶も。
人生の最後にお前に会えてよかった。
それは。
Brains are a strange thing, aren't they?
じゃあね、ホルジー。元気で。
It's a little bittersweet, but ultimately...
妻の夢を見た。昔話をしたおかげかもしれんな。
それじゃ。
He really reminds me of a Ghibli character in style. I don't know, something in the nose. I have some things to add to that, but I'll tie that in at the end. Getting some info?
人探しだよ。俺の旅の目的覚えているだろ。
Someone different than we were already looking for?
年上の色っぽいお姉さんと旅をすることだっけ？
俺の旅の目的はこっちだ。
Okay.
に出た親友と合流することだ。
そういえばそうだったね。
Yeah, how much time has passed? I know we spent the 3 months at the one place.
昔、
A week
村
at the
に来た魔
other.
法使いに撮ってもらったんだ。
They took the photo. Gotcha.
俺たちが通ってきたのは
Didn't even
北
clue
が
into
祖国の
that.
主要な街道だ。
Oh.
このまま北上で問題ないだろうな。
I hope so.
10年前だろ？よく目撃情報が残っているな。
Me too.
それが特徴的だからな。
He did have a charisma.
なんて名前なんだ？
戦士ゴリラだ。
本名は？
本名？
Yeah.
から村のみんなも戦士ゴリラって呼んでたしな。
Is it kind of like online presence names?
ちなみに俺は
Streamer
僧侶
names? All that kind of stuff?
聞いてねえよ。
ひげ生える前からそう呼ばれてたの。
どちらにせよ戦士ゴリラって名前だけ分かれば十分だ。あいつはどうせ必ず
That's the best, though. We love that. That is the interesting thing with nicknames. Did you give it to yourself, or did it just naturally happen through people knowing you? Magical City.
長い道のりでしたね。なんで私を見るの？は今回何も悪いことしてないよ。
It's true. After that comment, let's stay here for a little bit.
私たちも休みたいし。
Two young kids.
10年前にゴリラって名乗る人来なかった？
すげえ質問だな。
ゴリラ様ですね。
あ、わかるんだ。
Straightforward. I mean, that sign, he knows people. Psychology.
ゴリラ様は高台に住んでいる頑固ばあさんと仲が良かったようなので。
We like to hear about that. Old woman.
すげえあだ名だ。
わしは頑固者での。
Okay. Not what I was thinking, but that makes sense. Is Zion gonna have a thing for her?
わしの依頼をいくつかこなしてもらおう。
Okay. I was like, where is this going? Because I think he'd be more than willing.
メルとの旅を思い出すね。こんなこともされていたんですか？みたいな人助けは日常茶飯事だったよ。
That's nice.
面倒な探し物や厄介な魔物退治に発展していく。
I guess that makes sense to a point.
とにか
That
く
looked like a fun one.
頑張っておばあさんの心を開こうか。
Foraging. Yeah, take your time. Fun.
このばあさん全然心開かねえぞ。
頑固ばあさんなだけあるな。
ごめんね。
I mean, Zion, you're pretty smart. I believe in you.
最後だ。峡谷にある英雄の像を磨くんだ。
These? Well, Freerun or Immel and somebody else?
世界を救ったとされる英雄様の石像だ。
Use that to your advantage.
は知らん。
Maybe she doesn't care, I'm not sure.
忘れられた英雄さ。代々村で管理している。
英雄か。
ところであんた、僧侶あごひげだろ？
なんで知ってるんだ？
Must have spoken about you. I don't like that look, though.
僧侶と戦士。だいぶ古いものだね。
Yeah. Not what I was expecting.
クラフトだ。
Was it craft?
ウリ二つです。
Did he recognize him? Or the other one? We need to know more about craft.
この像は
俺たちにそっくりだろ。
I can see it now.
俺たちはこうはならねえ。忘れ去られるだなんてごめんだ。
Optimistic.
勇者ヒンメルみたいな忘れられない英雄になる。
きっと魔王を倒した勇者ヒンメルも例外ではないでしょ
う。
そうだよな。さすがに無理な話だ。
I feel like in the intro it must be him looking at maybe this statue.
俺は今日からそう名乗る。
Alright.
なんでだよ。
忘れられない英雄を目指すなら名前のインパクト。
You need to have a memorable name, yeah.
確かにそうですね。
It's working so far.
ではあなたは僧侶あごひげですね。
I feel like y'all could have come up with something better, but
きっと似合います
it's working.
あごひげ。
There you go.
変だったぜ。
銅像だったら魔法でなんとかなったのに。
True.
も同じことを頼んだが、あいつはここまでうまくはできなかった。前のインパクトはバッチリだったよ。
I think that makes sense. I love this vocalization. It's just so calming, especially with the wind and the trees.
リラの行き先わかった？
テューは
Tour.
中部の交易都市だ。
ここからはるか東方。
Will he stay or will he leave?
どうしたもんかね。
I think that's an interesting question. Take these out for now. So going with the start of the episode with Old Man Vol, I like that he put the blessed complications, because that kind of goes back to something I'd talked about a little bit beforehand of like, what things are we willing to suffer through to achieve the things that we want to achieve? And by going for the things that we actually want in life, those things don't necessarily feel like suffering, and so they're in a way blessed complications, or even like privilege of the young or youth. We are lucky to experience things that do challenge us and, that we can grow from. So that's kind of my perspective on that. And I think it was really interesting with Freerun with Old Man Vol, where he wasn't able to kind of orient himself to the things that had actually changed and, where he was and what had happened and everything like that. But it was also a really nice moment because that time pretty much comes for all of us eventually. We may not get to it ourselves, but if we lived long enough, it would. And I'll be honest, that's probably one of my bigger fears is losing my capacity to use my brain and be cognitively still with it. Yes, it would suck if things happen to my body, but I feel like as long as I can still communicate with people in a way where they can understand me and I understand what's going on, that is definitely more so what I would prefer, because our brains are essentially us. I don't know where you feel like you are in the body, since it's a brain that's allowing us to do all these different things and talk, but like there's our brain and like there's our sense of who we are. It's kind of hard to explain, but yeah, I just wouldn't want to lose that part of me. But then Freerun handled it really well and just was like, acceptance that this is something that happens, and we just kind of gotta roll with it and not make the person feel ashamed or lesser or off, because again, it is just a human thing and we gotta work with it. There's nothing, like, it doesn't reflect who that person is in any way. It's just life, it's just change. Or I guess we can reverse that, it's just change, which is just life. And change can be scary, as we've talked about, but it is inevitable, and we do kind of have to accept the good and the bad, because it's not all bad when it comes to change. I think a lot of the themes in this episode really made me think of, and I won't spoil, but made me think of like Coco and Attack on Titan. Also, I realized my little capybara turned off. I forgot it was on the timer function, not the continuously on function. What was I saying? Oh yeah, it reminded me, without spoilers, of Coco and Attack on Titan in the sense of our memories, which we've talked about before, but like the people who remember us carry on who we are in their memories, and that's just a really important theme in those two pieces of media, and I think it's true. I personally don't care. I don't want this to sound rude, but I personally don't care if people remember me once I'm gone. that'd be lovely, that'd be nice, and I would hope that I have some impact on people, but I think because of maybe what I do during my days, like I feel like I'm having an impact on people's lives, and I feel like I do have meaning, so maybe those feelings aren't coming up as strongly for me as it would for other people. But maybe it's just, even if I wasn't doing anything, I'd be like, if people remember, that's great. If they don't, that's okay too. I don't know. I think that'd be a really good discussion to have, because I would love to know other people's perspectives on being remembered, and if it's important to them, but also just on the fact of like carrying people's memories with us. I think if we can honor people in that way of just remembering things about them and the lessons that they can give us, then that's great. But just for me personally, I don't really mind, but what they do say, if we don't remember our history, we're doomed to repeat it, and I think that is an important thing to keep in mind as well. So if you enjoyed this reaction, then giving a like just lets me know that you'd love to see some more of this type of content. I messed saying that up. If you would like to see more of this type of content or kind of content, and if you'd like to stick around, then subscribe and let me know your thoughts on the episode and the show in general. And if you want to hang out more, then feel free to check out the Twitch channel, Discord. I'm hoping to, once I get organized, have like a book club and maybe some other fun things in there. But I also have a gaming channel on YouTube. I'm gonna mainly try to put up VODs there from streams, which are rare, but they do happen. And maybe I'll actually do a gaming series where I'm not streaming, but I think I need a lot more free time to actually invest if I were going to do that. So as always, thank you so much for spending a little bit of your day with me, and I hope the rest of your day is a good one too. So take care, and I'll see you in the next one. So bye.